Hello Aries, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, great to have you back again. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy the reading. Happy New Year to everybody. Brand new decade, brand new year. Right, so I hope you enjoy the insights here. It is a general reading. You must take what works for you from the reading. It may apply to yourself or it could apply to somebody else in your environment. So you could be seeing this playing out in their life. So it's entirely reversible. It also, if you have a strong influence in your birth chart associated with another sign, then you can cross-watch to one of my other videos to get further insights there. So that would be some, strong ascendant, or perhaps your moon or your Venus, or perhaps you have a stellium, or perhaps you have a strong 12th house influence, or whatever you have learned does affect you. Then you can cross-watch, or you could cross-watch for your partner as well. Right, so I have already shuffled and laid out the cards. I work with the 12 houses of the zodiac. So as the cards are appearing in each house, then those are the influences that are coming in for you at this time. So this looks like a really, really good reading, very good month coming up. There's lots of opportunity here, lots of possibility coming in. A card that is having an overall influence, or possibly an influence, as I said, it could be for coming up in your life, or it could be coming up in the person that you're close to, or somebody that you're associated with now. So Black Moon Lilith, which is a mystery card. There are all kinds of dark elements to this card, but there are also, as I said, it could just be there are elements in your chart where you're still waiting for certain things to occur, possibly. So this card there is mystery, waiting for something to happen. Certain facts are hidden from you, or there is some mystery about at the moment. Things are not 100% clear. But it could also represent that you need to be careful with your emotions at this time. Anything stemming from sort of anger or fear, or feeling of bitterness or revenge, anything like that. So keep your emotions under control. If something has occurred, if you have experienced something and it's made you feel that way, find a healthy outlet for it. Or, as I said, it could be that something that you're seeing in your environment around you. And looking at your cards, you've got a lot of wonderful things coming for you this month, lots of possibilities, and it could be that others are projecting those emotions at you at this time. So you could be the subject of those emotions. There's anger, there's a bit of bitterness, or a bit of envy, or a bit of revenge, or just some sort of darker emotion swirling around you at this time, undercurrents, This card also does symbolize sex or an affair that could be occurring. Perhaps you're involved in that, sort of the deeper side of sex. It's also, it can also bring in unplanned births. So think about that. But it's all the strong sort of feminine emotions as well coming in, that could all be coming in for you at this time. But as I said, it could be it's other people projecting that at you right now. So in the first house we have Jupiter return benefits. Beautiful card to be having in your first house. First house is your house of self, your body, your physical vitality, your life force, and how you are appearing to others. So this is your characteristics, your personality, and just your general demeanor at this time. It's also how you are making your way in the world, your personal independence, how you're just coming across to others right now. So what you're feeling, how you're tackling things, how you're moving forward. It's also, your own personal body, your physical body itself, and just your general outlook and impressions that you're making on others at this time. So with Jupiter return benefits, beautiful card to be having, very abundant card. So something from 10 to 12 years ago, or just in the past, within that period, could be coming back now to bear fruit for you. Something that could have just been an idea, or something that you wanted to do, or something you planned to do, or it just could be something from that period which didn't actually come to anything, or it was put aside, or it just didn't pan out. Something from there could be coming back, and it's going to, it's to do with your goals, actually. So perhaps it was a goal even from then, which is now coming back, and it's going to bear fruit for you. Something's coming back to bear fruit. But this is a card of expansion. It's a card of luck. So you're going to have less resistance moving forward now. Blocks are lifted. This is the green light. So take full advantage at this time of any opportunities or any benefits that come to you. Take full advantage and, go after your goals with vigor. You could have resolution for an old health issue as well. Perhaps you're going to find a cure or some kind of remedy, or it will just disappear. So perhaps something that has, sort of been with you for some time will now just simply fade away or be resolved. But this is a good fortune card. It's a prosperity card. So, you could be receiving finance that you need at this time to move forward with something. Dreams manifest. You could have gifts coming in. It's a rapid card, so things come up rapidly at this time. Pay attention to what's coming up for you. Any opportunities, follow them all. Not all of them will pan out, but certainly something in there will be right for you. But follow all opportunities. This card also could be a card of rescue from a difficult situation, or just a difficult period that you've been through. You could be rescued from that. You could also be having communication with the divine at this time, so almost like downloads from heaven could be coming in. You could just be on the receiving end of just amazing things right now. This is also a card of learning, so higher education may come in for you. Perhaps you're embarking on something. It's also the card of publishing and expression of all kinds, so getting your word out there. So you could be involved in that or wanting to do something to do with that. But dramatic changes could very well be in store for you. It's a sign for you to be open-hearted, optimistic, flirtatious even, because that energy is going to be very strong with you. There could be love and romance blossoming for you at this time. And spread your love around and your generosity. Any relationships that are occurring for you at this time, approach them with grace and patience. You may just need to be discerning a little bit as well, because lots of things may be coming at you at this time. So discern what is right for you. Be careful of overindulgence as well, and that's across the board. That could be anything from food to money. Overindulgence, just be careful because that can come in with Jupiter. But it's just in a general improvement all round. A new relationship may be coming in, or it's the revival of something that is already there. Some sort of regeneration, new love or renewed love could be coming in for you at this time. Another beautiful card in the second house, we have Grand Trine Blessings. Second house is your house of your income, the money that's coming in for you. It's also the house of your self-worth and your value systems. So what you value in yourself and in others and in your possessions. This is the possessions card. It's the card of ownership, the house of ownership. So this is a power house. It's a money house, but it's an ownership house, and it's your self-worth within yourself, but also to do with all the things in your environment. So with Grand Trine Blessings coming in, you can expect an easier flow at this time. It's a good flow of energy. Blocks lifted. This has come up again for you. Harmony. Just stay on purpose with your goals right now. You do need to still be steering the ship, okay? There's still work to be done to anchor those benefits coming at you now. But you will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's going to be, you've still got to turn the wheel of fortune. So as things are coming up for you, you need to turn the wheel. You've got to apply diligence and discipline to bring those benefits home. It could be that you have a supportive partner at this time. So that could be business, or it's some other kind of partner, or just somebody around you at this time who's very supportive, a perfect mate even, if it is a love partnership. This person will help you advance your goals right now. So they're going to assist you in some way with what it is that's going on in this house to support you, your goals, and moving forward. But you're both going to need to nurture this relationship that you have, however the relationship is based. You both need to nurture it, because then there's a long-term aspect to it. This is a very good time to ask for a loan or for finance. Also, just trust that you deserve the success that's coming to you now, because this is earned luck. Jupiter brings, Grand Trine brings in earned luck. This is, energy that you've applied. It's coming back to you now. Trust the universe while you work at it, and apply this effort. Trust that things are going to work out for you. Opportunities come in. Just follow them all. And see what works for you, because some will be right and some won't, but you've got to follow them all. You may be receiving gifts at this time. Hidden potential can be released at this time with this card as well. So an overall feeling of contentment may come in, satisfaction, wholeness, and even completion. So this could be completion of something, then you're moving on to something new now as well. Perhaps you're purchasing something new or going in a new direction. And all of it is going to boost your self-worth as well. Then yet again, we're in the third house. We have another beautiful card, Jupiter Abundance. This is another Jupiter card coming in. The first one they had was the Return card. This is Jupiter Abundance in itself. So third house is your house of your communications, all forms. So this is, written, verbal. It can be online. It can also be how you express yourself at this time, and it can be with people in your environment, your normal day-to-day environment, but it can also be on a wider forum, like with the public, a bigger audience. It can also be with specific people. So this is relatives, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, even neighbors. Neighbors, your neighborhood and your neighbors come in on this as well. So it could also be that you are receiving a wonderful message or a wonderful communication coming in from somebody significant or someone significant, or just some significant, very significant communication coming in for you, which is really going to give you an incredible boost. It's some kind of wonderful opportunity or boost, or just, it could even be a love message, but it's some kind of form of abundance, because abundance can come in many forms. It's not necessarily monetary, it can be in all forms that you can receive this abundance. So something coming in for you. As I said, it could be, it's good fortune, it's luck, opportunities coming in, a gift. Gifts came in. This is the second time it's coming in. It could be divine help, even some sort of divine intervention, or divine communication. Again, downloads coming in. Blocks will be removed. You're going to find purpose and strength in something that you're doing or something that you want to do. This house also covers documents and contracts of all kinds, so something could be coming in for you like that as well. It could also bring in relief. If you've been through a difficult period, relief coming in, joy. You could also be embarking on some form of education or learning, but doors are opening for you right now. Work to anchor your blessings. Don't become complacent when things feel good. You still have to work to anchor them, but it's general positivity coming in. You could be receiving an abundance of some kind through a contract or a document of some kind, but it can also bring in a short trip. So this is a local journey, very nice journey. It could be a gift or a reward or just something unexpected and beautiful that you want to go and do and you really enjoy yourself. The other side of Jupiter coming in, it could just be overconfidence or excessive anything, over the top anything. Could be behavior, something you say, something you do. So just be aware of that with Jupiter. That come in as well. But overall, I feel it's a wonderful opportunity, just a beautiful message coming in, or just something wonderful coming in for you right now, a gift. Then in the fourth house, we have Chiron healing. Fourth house is your house of home and family. So, this is your physical home, your actual structure, but it's also the atmosphere in the home or the people in your home. It's also your relationship with your family, your roots, your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, any of that could be coming in. So some people have very troubled relationship with their roots, their foundation, their family, or it could just be that you are looking back at old memories that perhaps are reoccurring now, painful memories, or it could just be that you are needing to move on from a place that you have been, which has a lot of memories, and now moving forward into a new place. So it could be all of that. But Chiron usually is about dealing with. So this could be repetitive things coming up from the past, or it could be something that's coming up for you to look at again, something painful or difficult that you went through, or as I said, it could just be old memories that you need to put to bed now. So if you have moved recently, honor what you left behind. There's some sort of emotional healing which is required there. So rest, self-care, observe what went down there, what happened in there. Look back at the memories, all the good and so-called bad memories. Look at them all, and just take it all in. See what place each memory had for you, whether it was a good one or a so-called bad one. Look at them all, see how it worked for you, what place it had in your life, what it brought about, and then be bold and embrace the new, move forward. Let go of unnecessary worry as well about things. spend time in nature, and so on. So honor what you left behind, see what place it had in your life, acknowledge it, and then let it go. So this could be memories, circumstances, anything to do with that. Just let go of any painful memories, examine them, see what place they had for you, and then make a new start. If it's something that if you are now currently moving, or you're going to be approaching a new move, then it's the same thing. Acknowledge the memories, acknowledge what went down in the house, the home where you were living. Every memory has a place, and every memory is important, and every experience is important. And each one brought a message, or brought a purpose, or brought a lesson or an experience in for you. So you must acknowledge them. Don't bury it, because it's just going to resurface again sometime later. So be glad of where you are now and what you're going into. So approach what you're doing, be bold, embrace the new, and make a new start. This could also be something to do, perhaps you're in an old home and it needs repair, and this perhaps needs, as I said, you need to do something about it. Or it could just be that you are purchasing a home which has lots of charm and lots of character, but it needs work. Okay, so it's a case of transformation of how you are in yourself, in your home, and transformation possibly of the home itself. When it comes to relationship with family issues, or your foundation, this is about old family wounds or dysfunctions or grief, or circumstances that went down. Examine them, bring them into the light, see the purpose they played in your life. You must accept the purpose they played in your life, and then once you've accepted it and fully acknowledged that it has a place in your life, then you can release it and let it go, and then it shouldn't reoccur. You may have to go through alternative therapies of some kind, or look at going through therapies of some kind to reach resolution, or just to make yourself feel better as well. Any kind of alternative therapy, could be explored at this time, because Chiron rules all of that, whether it's naturopathy or past life regression, or chiropractic or homeopathy, naturopathy, anything like that may come in and may just give you peace of mind and relief in your body. Don't repeat old patterns with this card. So acknowledge the past, see how it's fitted into your life, what purpose it served, and accept it, and then move on. Then in the 5th house, we have Scorpio I transform. So 5th house is the house of recreation, all forms of pleasurable activities, fun, outdoorsy, any kind of pleasurable activity. Could even be sexual relations, love affairs, anything like that. Any kind of fun, happy, or activity which you really enjoy. It could be a sports activity or some other kind of handcraft, something like that. This house is also the house of creativity, whether this is you on the stage, or whether you have a handcraft, or it's just the way you are, the way the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you deal with your children's Christmas parties, or any kind of party. It's the way you are, your creativity and the flow of that. It's also the house of children. This is your children or other children that you're associated with at this time, and your interaction with them. So with Scorpio I transform, it's asking you to literally do that, transform whatever is going on in this house. So it's also a kind of deep self-analysis. So issues will come up which will create this opportunity in you where you can go deeply within. And it's about, what do you really want? What do you want? What do you want from this house? Whether it's a love affair, or with your children, your relationship with your children, or with how you are creative in yourself, or what activities you're involved in at this time. What do you really want? So deep self-analysis coming in. This card is the card of sex, death, and rebirth. So sex as in sexual pleasures with a love affair. It's also can be death. It's normally egoic death, some aspect of yourself falls away, or a mask lifts away. Or it could just be something falling away to make way for something new. It can also be the rebirth or the regeneration of something. So this could be recycling. Perhaps it's a creative interest of yourselves, or it's an activity you'd like to be involved in, upcycling things. Or it could just be an old interest of yours which is now getting a revival. Or it's regeneration in your physical body, and therefore it allows you to continue with an activity that you're currently busy with. But it could also be a card of gaining what you have worked hard for, so perhaps something you've been busy with right now. It's a card of being resourceful. There are intense themes with this, transforming relationships, an affair could come in, or a secret affair could be front and center for you. But there's also resurrection and regeneration with this card. As I said, self-analysis and doing things on your own or for yourself. There could also be speculation with this, because this does come in with the 5th house as well. Speculation of all kinds, whether it's gambling or activities to do with the stock market and so on. You could have a massive win, or you could have a massive loss, so be careful with that. Anything Egyptian comes in with this, anything to do with metaphysics, past lives, if these are all interests of yours, you can be enjoying that right now, or busy with activities. But it is quite an intense card. There are quite a few themes here, and you could be seeing all of this to do with your children. Perhaps your children are going through different aspects, and you're seeing this in them as well. Then in the 6th house, we have Virgo, I analyze. The 6th house is your house of work, workplace, work colleagues, work routine, your daily routines around that. It's also the mastery of your craft, whatever it is that you do. It's also the house of health and diet and lifestyle, and it's the house of pets. So with Virgo coming in, I feel this is asking you to declutter at this time. So get yourself organized, be conscientious, but really declutter. If you've got a cluttered desk or work life, sort it out, because it's not helping you to be in that state. Get organized, be conscientious, analysis is important at this time, detail, and offering useful or helpful advice. You may be asked to do that at this time, or your input is required. So it's about useful and helpful advice, bringing your best foot forward, and being and using all the systems knowledge and the knowledge of analysis, and weighing and sifting, and so on, comparison and all of that. But it's also about just being conscientious about your performance at this time, because you may feel that you're underperforming, or you may have perfectionist tendencies. You could be nitpicking, critical of yourself or critical of others. Try to avoid that. Try to avoid excess worry about things as well. Don't overthink, which can come in with this card. Focus on the detail, analysis, but in a useful and helpful way for yourself and for others. Get organized, declutter. So focus that energy on decluttering and getting organized, being conscientious, getting systems in place. There could be changes in the workplace or with your job right now as well with this. You could be opening a business. You could also be acquiring a new pet at this time. This is the card of new small pets. It could also be that you have medical visits right now. Perhaps something comes up and you want to go and sort something out, or something may just come up to do with that. It's also examine your health and diet, make sure it's really appropriate for you, and that it's the healthiest and most nutritious that you can do at this time to support yourself going forward. You could have issues coming up to do with that which need to be addressed. But you could also just be said over worrying and overthinking, and therefore you have anxiety. Your diet may suffer. So address all of those issues at this time to support yourself through all these other wonderful energies which you have at this time. Then in the 7th house, we have water element sensing. 7th house is your house of your close personal relationship. This is one-on-one. So it could be a love partnership, or it could be a work partnership, a business partnership. It could also be, a relationship with some other significant person in your life right now, or some other person that you're, in a one-on-one relationship with right now. So this is the card of sensing. It's your sensitivity. You could be highly sensitive at this time. It's about accessing your inner wisdom and your intuition, so that you need to follow that 100% at this time. So let your feelings guide you right now. Logic may not have a place, but your feelings are going to be your strongest form of guidance right now. You could be in a situation where you feel a bit shy or a bit out of place, or that you're being introduced to new circumstances which you haven't perhaps been in before, or it could just be a new environment with a partner. There could be a few mysterious or secret aspects going on. If you're involved in a secret affair, then this could be applicable for you. Or it could just be that you're entering new environments with this partnership and you feel a bit shy, or just that like you perhaps not your most comfortable right now. There could be a few mysteries going on. Perhaps your partner is going to surprise you with something. But it could also be that you just need to, if there's drama and chaos or stormy stuff going on around you, just withdraw and go within. Spend time with yourself, nurturing yourself. So just withdraw, it is about me time, nurturing of yourself and of your significant other. So focus on that. That's important. So this is being deep in your feminine power, whether you're male or female. It's the feminine side of yourself. It's the nurturing of yourself, protection of self and protection of others. It's also me time. It's also the feminine, the rising of the feminine energies and powers at this time. So your intuition, your receptivity, and so on. You may just need to hold your boundaries well at this time. Don't let others take advantage of you, because you could be perceived as being quiet and sort of uneasy, want to take advantage of. No, you must hold your boundaries right now. And as I said, if there is an issue going on around you, just withdraw and spend time more on your own and focus on what's really important. Go with the flow at this time, and just flow around any obstacles that may be there gently and easily. Surrender. This is a sort of a time of surrender at this time. Take pause before action. Action is coming, but this is a kind of a pause period. You could also be going on trips to water bodies of some kind. So whether it's lakes, rivers, the beach, or it could even be a vacation with your significant other to a water body. And this is going to be very nice and helpful for you. But it's also a wonderful time to access your imagination, your creative abilities, your writing abilities, music, poetry, anything like that. Wonderful time for that. Then in the 8th house, we have North Node, Life's Purpose, another wonderful card coming in for you. 8th house is a powerful house. It's the house of sexuality and its deeper meaning. It's the merging of you and another and a partner, whether it's a love partner or... So this is a committed partnership, okay? This is not a love affair. This is the next phase. This is the merging with a partner, love partner, or with a business partner. So it's the merging of your emotional and your material resources. It's all of that and everything that goes with that. It's also the house of finance, big finance. This is investments, inheritances, legacies, insurances, taxes, banking, accounting, trusts, any sort of assets, things to do with that. It's everything to do with that. It's also the house of sex, death, and rebirth. So there could be regeneration going on or renewal of something going on. Perhaps it's an existing relationship which has been through a tough time and now it's getting a regenerative boost. But whatever it is, this card brings in positive karma, wonderful positive karma coming for you now, destiny. So you're going to find yourself in just the right place, which is going to bring about the highest good for you. So you're just going to find yourself there. You'll be guided there, just the right place for you, which is your highest good. You could be making very specific karmic connections at this time. All karmic connections are coming forward to you at this time to support you in some way. You could be starting a business or a venture of some kind. But this is all destined. It's all part of fate. It is meant for you, 100% meant for you. Rewards are coming in for you right now. Use this good energy that's coming at you now. Use the good energy to create optimism and prosperity. All right, so you're going to have to use this. You have to apply yourself at this time. So take action towards the path opening for you right now to reach greater fulfillment, because this is the card of greater fulfillment. All right, this is you moving forward into the future with confidence and with purpose. All right, so take action towards the path that is opening for you and that's being revealed for you right now. There may be very quick developments coming in. Rapid life-altering relationship could be in the cards for you. As I said, this is the deeper commitment, but it's a rapid life-altering turnaround or some kind of regeneration or some cementing of a relationship. Wealth can come in with this card as well. But it's also about, as I said, when it comes to relationship, it could be sexuality and emotional security coming in for you. But all of this could, if none of that is applying, then it could all just be to do with purely finance, wealth, prosperity, optimism, and some sort of resource coming in for you, some sort of door opening. But it's positive, it's karmic, and it's meant for you. It's destiny. Another wonderful card coming in for you. With this is the 9th house. The 9th house is the house of international travel or all things international. It's also the house of adventure and exploration, whether this is in the mind or within your studies or within your understandings of life, or just physically as well. It's also the house of higher education. So you may be contemplating university level education, which is what this covers, or adult education. It's also the house of philosophy, religion, and belief systems of all kinds. So you could be contemplating that or just getting a deeper understanding in some way of that. It's also the search for meaning and purpose and faith and wisdom, and all of that comes into the ninth house. It's also the house of teaching and publishing and promotional work of all kinds, public relations. It's the house of the law and higher courts. So you could be waiting on some sort of legal decision to come in or something to do with that. It's the house of your relationship to your in-laws, which could be going through a change now. With this card coming in, this card can bring about incredible change, but there will be upheaval and possibly even some kind of bolt of surprise, a shock of some kind, or an upheaval. So it's a bolt of surprise, out of the blue, an awakening coming in, sudden insight or understanding, but changes which can no longer be resisted are coming for you in some way, shape, or form. So as I said, it might apply to you, or you could be riding the crest of this with somebody else who is going through this in their life. So you could be seeing it in them. So see how it resonates. But this is big changes, and it's sudden. It's an awakening. It's a complete turnaround in some cases. So it's almost like it's a change that just cannot be held back anymore. It has got to occur now, or it could just be a rapid upheaval. Which moves you or this person into a brand new arena, but it will feel uncomfortable at first because you've got to find your feet. This can also bring in very liberating change. So it's freedom from something which no longer serves you. So freedom from that, liberation from that, a big shift. It's rapid. It could also be that you need to ride this change. You may need detachment or to be objective at this time. If you're studying something, it could be the advent of looking at technology. This is high tech, advanced tech usually, or an upgrade from what you have currently been using. It also brings in science, tools, machinery, electrical things, science fiction, space, anything to do with that. It's a leap in consciousness, originality, innovation, cutting edge situations or studies or understandings, or it could even be people, cutting edge people, eccentric people. It could be revolutionary circumstances going on here. It could be something mundane. Maybe you're possibly wanting to publish something on these subjects, or you whatever, or it could be that you are involved in some kind of public relation to do with this, or it could be as I said, a legal situation that you're waiting and you get a result, and it could be a very unexpected result, or it's an unusual result, or just a surprise. Okay, so however that plays for you. You could also be going on a journey with this. It's quite often this comes in, it's a flight or an unusual journey or an unexpected journey, or it could be a gift. But this normally applies to long distance, international usually. It could be just, as I said, unexpected travel or an unusual destination or something of that nature coming in for you, because Uranus is the god of the unexpected and the god of change. And it's unusually, it can be very unconventional, unusual as well. Then in the 10th house, another wonderful card. You've got an amazing spread this month. Part of fortune, increase. Okay, so the 10th house is the house of career, fame, reputation, public status, authority figures, whether this is personally for you or somebody that you look up to in your environment. It could be even a guru or someone in your workplace. But part of fortune increase usually, it indicates karmic triggers, and you've got plenty of that going on in your chart this month. So a karmic trigger is going to possibly trigger the rising of a hidden talent or an ability, or hidden talents or hidden abilities. Things just could come out for you, something that you didn't acknowledge or you didn't really know you had, or something that you knew you had but you never focused on. But if that doesn't come up for you, then something could be triggered, but it's normally an easier flow, success coming for you, but work at it. You have to apply your intuition and follow your own path in order to bring this about, okay? So yes, easier flow, yes, success is coming for you, but you're going to have to work at it, all right? You may even have to study to harness that, especially if it's a hidden talent or a hidden ability that you haven't focused on. You're going to have to hone it, you're going to have to monetize it, or you're going to have to make sure that it's working for you. It may need honing, as I said. This is a very good time to resolve any conflicts as well. You could be sort of receiving gifts and rewards. Benefits could just fall in your lap right now. This is the card of luck coming in. Public recognition and achievement could be coming in for you. Popularity, learning or teaching is highly indicated. But it's a moving ahead card, moving ahead with incredible wind behind you. It's just really very, very, sort of important time. And, the opportunities are there, but you can't just allow it to, you've got to work at it as well. You could also be having the support of a significant partner at this time. So whether this is a love partner and they're helping you with a business or a career or something like that, or it's a business partner, or just somebody who's around who's going to support you through this. This is a very significant person who's really going to assist you to move forward on your goals right now. But it's beneficial for them as well. It's not just you, it's them as well. And the two of you are going to be able to achieve more together than if you had done it individually. So wonderful card. Then we have in the 11th house, we have Yod Destiny. This is a challenge card. It's coming in this house. The 11th house is your house of your ideals and your hopes and your wishes for yourself. And it's the house of your personal hopes and dreams, your hobbies and your interests. Okay, so something like that could be rising up, or you're busy working on it right now. Your futuristic visions of yourself and your dreams. It's also very much the house of friendships. Okay, so you could be having a tough time with some of your friendships right now, or they're evolving, or you are just at a distance from them right now. It could also be that this is the house of groups, networks, contacts. So whatever you're a member of, working with others. So this is associations, societies, groups. It could be a sports club or a club of some kind, any kind of group activity, group of companies, whatever applies for you. It's also the house of group consciousness, global consciousness, social reforms and causes. So this is very, very strong for you in your life. This card is really going to put you on purpose for that. It's also the sensing of trends in society and what is going on in life at the moment. If that may be a trend for you, sort of a part of your hobby or your interests or your work even. So with Yod Destiny, it's a destiny card. You've got quite a few in your chart this month. But this is a card of there's going to be. It's quite stressful. It's a very testing time. This. So however this applies for you, but it's really it's a card of inner analysis. You going within to consult your inner GPS. It's a pioneering card. You may feel alone. You may feel out of step with others at this time. You're just not on the same wavelength, or you're just not in step with others. You may have to withdraw from certain friendships or certain groups in order to find your own path. It really is about finding your own truth, working with your own inner GPS to navigate. Okay, this is a navigation card. So, but it's also very much about finding your purpose and your destiny through these testing times. So plodding along, one foot in front of the other. There could be a chaos around you, there could be difficulty around you, but you've got to weather through all of that. There could be disruption. You've got to keep weathering through all that. Consult your inner GPS, because you actually do know on an inner level exactly what to do, but you've got to pull it out. And it's that process of pulling it out that is transformative, all right? So it's your own way of doing things. You may have to work in privacy or work alone at this time. There may be some sacrifices needed, patience, adaptability to reach your goals. But you must trust that all is going to work out as it's meant to be. Then in the 12th house, we have Pisces, I believe. So this is very much a faith card. Faith, wisdom, self-belief, faith in the universe, and a bit of surrender in there as well. So there are a few sides to this. But I feel that is really what it's about, finding belief, finding faith in yourself and in the universe, and accessing your wisdom. And it's also, as I said, it's a surrender to what is going on at this time, going with the flow and so on. You will be very highly sensitive at this time. This is the house of this unconscious, all right? So your unconscious drives and motivations and the hidden things. It's also the house of retreat and withdrawal. So this is where you go when you need to just reflect. You could be going on a retreat which could be very helpful for you at this time. It's the card of spirituality, your spiritual life, your meditation, your mysticism, and your healing. So you may be finding healing in certain ways. It can also be the house of escapism, which is fine for certain things and at certain times, but when you do too much, then it becomes addictive, drugs and addiction, and just not doing anything about your life. So, but I feel with everything that's going on, this is just maybe just time to be quiet and reflect. It's also the house of resolutions and endings, which you may be finding at this time, but it's the house of sacrificial service or service to others. It could be a service profession, the helping profession, so doing work on behalf of others or helping others in some way. It's the house of karmic lessons, and it's also the house of meeting twin flames. So with this card, I feel that this is a card of sensitivity and compassion. So you may be needing this in something that you're doing, or sensitive in compassion towards yourself or towards others. Your path may not be 100% clear right now. This is where the belief comes in. There may be a few things sort of still waiting to fall into place, which was indicated by Black Moon Lilith, the mystery card, and a couple of other aspects here. Uranus may be causing an upheaval, and so the places haven't 100% fallen into place yet. So it could be a bit of that, or it could be just confusing reactions of others to what is going on in your life, or things that you're busy doing in your life. You may be confused by other people's reactions right now. Your boundaries need to be clear right now. You need to be clear about what you're saying and what you're doing. Do not allow yourself to become a doormat or to become confused, all right? Be as clear as possible, because there may be a little bit of mystery going on around you. But it's a wonderful card for inspiration, for imagination, for creative ideas. It's for channeling all of that. It's the most wonderful divine energy, downloading that and channeling that into imaginative and creative ideas and pursuits. You may also need to pay attention to your health and to allergies, or it could be that you're having phantom health aspects coming up where you can't get to the bottom of them. They just come and go. And just go with it, but spend time in reflection. And if you need to deal with something, deal with it in some way, but you may just find that things come and go without really, you don't know what's causing them, or you can't resolve them right now. Also, just be careful with this card that you are, as I said, avoid getting pulled under by other people's complications or difficulties, or mixing with the wrong crowd or the wrong people who are going to drain you of your energy. You need to harness your energy, and you need to just reflect a little bit and perhaps withdraw sometimes just to rebalance your energy. But faith and belief in yourself and belief in the universe is very strong at this time. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And take care and have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time.